the better way to look to take and make reality our Olympic boxing.
Rules and there's an order, and the WBC is the WBC. I cannot compare to anybody else. And he signed a contract. He fought to fight for the WBC title.
But you, the WBC, think that you better than everybody, don't you? So since you, the WBC, and you got the fucking green belt, which don't mean fucking shit.
Something happened to Terence Crawford that no one ever imagined. The WBA president has officially revoked his boxing license. And all of this unfolded right after Crawford filed a $50 million lawsuit against the WBC.
He did not comply with the rules. Then he moves up to super middle and makes the fight of the century, beats Canelo, makes $50 million or around that. The WBC absolutely is not going to charge 3% of such an amount.
What began as a small dispute over sanctioning fiches now exploded into a direct war between Crawford and the most powerful forces in boxing. This rebellion isn't just another controversy, it's an open challenge to the old system that has controlled the sport for decades. His actions have shaken the very foundation of boxing, and the backlash is hitting harder than ever.
I'm paying your ass shit. Fuck you talking about pay you $300,000. What makes you so motherfucking better than any other sanctioned bodies, huh?
Mauricio Suleiman fired back. Ryan Garcia called him a coward. Eddie Hearn compared him to a man who walks out of a restaurant without paying the bill. And Tim Bradley claimed that this isn't really about money, this is a fight for control. So how did one lawsuit push Crawford onto the blacklist of the very institution Shaq once praised him? Let's break it down.
We made a very clear 0.6%, which is $300,000, with $225,000 going to the Jose Sulaiman Boxers Fund, which is to help former fighters in need.
Just a few weeks ago, Terence Crawford, the undefeated king of welterweight and one of boxing's all-time pound-for-pound greats, made headlines when he filed a $50 million lawsuit. It against the WBC. He accused them of corruption, favoritism, and manipulating rankings after they stripped him of his title. The trouble began when Crawford, after the mega fight with Canelo, refused to pay the WBC sanctioning fees. In response, they removed him entirely from their rankings.
Rules and there's an order, and the WBC is the WBC. I cannot compare to anybody else. And he signed a contract. He fought to fight for the WBC title. He fought to fight for the undisputed title. He knows the rules. He does not want to abide by the rules. It's okay. He can go other ways.
Crawford didn't stay silent. He launched a legal battle, saying he was being punished for telling the truth. But the real shock came days later when the WBA suspended his boxing license, citing disciplinary reasons. In simple terms, his fight with the WBC pulled down his future with the WBA as well. For boxing's power brokers, Crawford's rebellion wasn't bravery, it was blasphemy.
I have no idea. I talked to everybody. I have no hard feelings to anyone. We ended up the convention with the WBC Cares initiative. We had a very nice cardboard of champions, including Terence. And we all signed a nice cardboard signature of Terence Crawford. We're going to send it to him, wishing him the best. If the path crosses again, perfect.
When asked about Crawford's defiant attitude, Mauricio Suleiman gave a blunt response. There are rules, and there is a system. He signed the contract, he won the title, and now he doesn't want to follow the regulations. Fine, he can look for other options. To Suleiman, this wasn't about fairness, it was about a fighter trying to break the structure. Yet he added a softer note, saying, "We have no personal issue." Even mentioning they wrote him a good luck message in a cardboard poster at their convention.
Say Crawford should have talked his talk before when he needed him. He wasn't talking like this. Now that he got the money, the cash, now I don't need WC to get me an opportunity. Now I'm gonna say, yo, fuck y'all, blah blah blah. To me, that's a little cowardice, on his part. But guess what? Only thing I don't agree with is why is it 330,000? That's what I don't like that amount.
percentage-wise.
And on the surface, everything looked calm, but behind the scenes, Crawford's license was slowly being frozen, while the WBC talked about rules and respect. Boxing insiders whispered that sanctioning bodies were quietly working together to silence Crawford. Meanwhile, voices across the sport began rising, some supporting him, others completely against him.
You already know the damn rest, hey? Oh, this Terence Crawford is going on. But they all missing it. He missing it too. This ain't about no damn WBC.
Rising star Ryan Garcia jumped into the conversation. Crawford should have spoken earlier, Ryan said. When he needed the WBC, he stayed quiet. Now that he's rich, he says he doesn't need anyone. That's cowardly. He brought up the sanctioning fee too. It's just $330,000. It's a percentage system. If you want belts, you pay the fees. For Ryan, this wasn't about money, it was a matter of principle.
I'm gonna keep the buck with you. Oh, I want y'all to think, man. I told y'all, this the channel to make y'all think. This about Hamza Shiraz.
Then a retired champion said something that sent shockwaves through fans. Tim Desert Storm Bradley straight up stated, "This isn't about the WBC, this is about Hamza Shiraz. They want to hand him the belt without making him take the tough route."
It's about him getting a strap. That's what this is about. Whose guy is that? Who guy is that? Think about it. That's what this is about. It ain't about the money.
According to Bradley, this wasn't punishment, this was clearing the path for their chosen fighter. He claimed that Hamza Shiraz, backed by powerful supporters, moved closer to a title shot moment. Crawford was stripped. Understand whose guy he is, Bradley said. This is politics, a game of power, not principles.
He did is a little bit like going out to a restaurant, having all the best caviar and lobsters, and the bill comes and you go, "I ain't paying that," and you just walk out.
And while Bradley exposed the politics, promoter Eddie Hearn explained the whole situation from a practical point of view and dropped the most memorable analogy. This is like going to a restaurant, ordering the most expensive dish, and when the bill comes you say, "I'm not paying."
Now, you sat down at the table, you wanted to eat all the good stuff, you got to pay your dues and you got to pay your bill. Now what he will say in answer to that is, "Yeah, but the bill's too much." It's like, no, the rules are their rules. They can actually inflict a 3%.
Hearn continued, "You wanted to become undisputed. You wanted the belt, then you pay the bill. Those are the rules." He also revealed that the WBCHAD already reduced the 3% veto, less than 1%, which totaled around $300,000.
Sanction fee across your whole purse. What Maurizio's saying is, no, what we did, it actually worked out at 0.06 or 9 or whatever it was. But Terence is looking at it going, well, it's 300,000. But it does. You wanted the opportunity to call yourself an undisputed champion.
For Hearn, this wasn't corruption, it was simply the price of prestige. But for Crawford, this was proof that the system is stacked against fighters, especially those who dare to speak up. And at the heart of it all, this battle isn't about money, it's about control.
And it is just regrettable, not even a thank you or I'm sorry, taking a different route, no response. I wish him the best. But this is not, the WBC is huge, it's great, it's about greatness, and I'm relieved, to tell you the truth.
After losing his WBA license, Crawford can no longer fight under any major sanctioning body. It's not an official lifetime ban, but he has vanished from all rankings. And without rankings, no promoter can legally arrange a sanctioned fight for him. Simply put, Crawford has been pushed outside the boxing system.
You don't have to be a fucking rocket scientist to see what's going on with all these guys. They're all these guys that are crying the loudest are the fucking problems. They're the problem, every one of these guys.
Insiders claim this is all retaliation for the $50 million lawsuit. A warning so that other fighters never dare to challenge the system. For Crawford, this means no sanctioned fights, no titles, and no major paydays. He wasn't removed for performance, he was removed for politics.
Definitely change. We definitely see, we need to be some account of where's the money going, because, we don't know. Is it going to, because all we see is like them having, big dinners at fights and big dinners fights and, they have big, what's the things they be throwing? Big annual, conventions and things like that. So.
But here's the twist: the more they tried to silence him, the bigger this issue becomes. Crawford has reopened an old question: why should fighters pay huge fees to organizations they have no control over? Does boxing need transparency?
You can take the fucking belt. It's a trophy anyway. The fuck am I paying you every time I step foot in?
Dana White has said that the entire structure of boxing is outdated and broken. Errol Spence Jr. asked, where do sanctioning fees even go? Toward fights or toward parties? And now fans are asking the same questions. A fighter like Crawford can be stripped, punished, and shut down. Then who really controls boxing? Crawford may have lost his license, but his stand has sparked a brand new reform movement. In the ring, he may have lost the title, but outside the ring, he's fighting the most important battle of his career. Truly in this moment Crawford stands alone, champion without a home. His belts are gone. His WBC case is active, and the WBA has turned its back, but he refuses to step down. Take my license, take my belts, but you can't take the truth. The boxing world that goes alongside him. Crawford is no longer undisputed in the ring, but against the system, he has become an undisputed warrior. Now the question is, did the WBA go too far? Or did Crawford try to break the very system that once made him a star? Tell us in the comments, because this story isn't over yet, and if you think this was wild, just wait. Whatever Crawford does next could shake the entire boxing world. For the best boxing updates, moments, events, and non-stop action, make sure to subscribe to Ringwire Extra, turn on notifications, and check out our other videos. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.